Hi, thanks for spending time with me today. We're looking at number 18 in Nathan Ost's 21 Lip Flexibilities for Trumpet, first volume. And this is a very straightforward one. I may have mentioned I started at number 21 and I'm going backwards today because they get a little bit easier, but everyone has its challenges, and that's why I enjoy these so much. So if you have a chance to get them, as long as they're within your ability range and they stimulate the growth of your skills, then I can strongly recommend them. Now I'm going to go ahead and try and play through this one, and it says the tempo recommended is 88 to 96, and of course you can play it at whatever tempo you like. So that's in the middle of the range, that's 92. So I'm going to try it at 92. Now that's the end, and as I played that, I realized I'm getting to the end, but that doesn't sound like the end, because it ends on the fifth of your original key. So to me it sounds like it wants to go back. So I'm going to play the end again. So that makes me feel better because now I cadenced back in the key. I kind of came home. Either way, it works. So I hope you have fun with these when you're practicing this. But this is, to me, this is like doable. And what is the main challenge? Well, I think for most players, the main challenge is actually sustaining in the upper register. And you have these descending notes. So you're going D, da, da, D, da, da, D. Descending intervals are challenging for trumpet players, and that's because it seems more natural to add energy as we're going up, and then we think logically, well, we need to let go of that energy when we come down. But as the famous Claude used to say, when you drive your car, you step on the gas to go up the hill, and you let off the gas to go down the hill. When you're driving the trumpet, you step on the gas to go up the hill, and when you're going down the hill. Now, I'll explain that. What he means is the air has to flow. The energy in the flow of the air. It's not that you're not pressing, you're not pushing, you're not even blowing as strongly when you're playing lower as you are when you're playing higher, but you still have to keep the flow going. So any figure that descends and then goes back up presents challenges. So if you try and play this and you're having trouble with it, that would be one explanation that you can consider. So I'm going to make it easier, and I haven't tried this before, but it seems I'm going to leave out the 16th notes. So let's see what happens. There's your melody. And the other notes are kind of a harmonic inflection, suggested harmony. Very interesting. Now, as you know, if you've been following these on a regular basis, I like to play around. In other words, create variations that challenge myself in different ways. So a variation that I would do on this is I would change the rhythm to make it more difficult. That's assuming I could play it comfortably and the challenge was not great enough. Now I'm going to raise the bar a little bit. And this might be a little bit too much. We'll find out. But if that's the tempo, then that's 16th notes. So what I'm actually going to do is change the 16th notes into 32nd notes. So instead of going D, da, da, D, da, da, D, I'm going to go D, 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 da, 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 da. Let me try that. So now I'm getting tight. So I'm going to slow it down. And that's a technique I use all the time. So what am I doing? Is I sustain the upper note, I'm stabilizing and physically stabilizing, and I'm hearing that, oh, the note, I've got it. I feel like, oh, I'm in control now. And as soon as I'm in control, then I take the step of that very, very quick gesture. Now I still might get tight. I still might choke off the notes or block the airflow, which is what I'm trying not to do. But as I play that, now I've got good flow. So I'm just going to sustain first. Now when I spend some time, hopefully at some time in the near future, devising courses in order to show you folks how I'm doing some of this stuff, we'll get into the details of what's going on. But for now, I can definitely tell you that a problem that I'm having and most people are going to have is the airflow when I'm tonguing is not as good. It's getting squeezed a little bit, it's getting blocked a little bit, instead of that airflow needs to be just as easy. If it's not, then I have to compensate by blowing harder. And when I do that, then my body starts to get out of balance. So that little challenge turns into a real, for me, it's kind of a polishing exercise for my technique. Now, I was tonguing it. Would it be harder or easier if I slurred it? I think for most people, it'd be more difficult. So that's a lot more difficult for me. So that means I'm going to slow it down more. I'm going to find the path where I have a smooth transition. My body's going to start to relax a little bit so that I'm not trying so hard. I'm not trying to play individual notes, but gestures. Now it's a little bit easier on the mouthpiece. And that's another practice technique you can use if you have the strength and the skill to do that comfortably. I strongly recommend that. These things should be taken in small doses. Being a trumpet player, I've observed that most trumpet players tend to overdo things. So a good practice, I'll just suggest this to you and then let you go get to work, is put a timer on and say, I'm going to work for 10 minutes on this, and then I'm going to stop and do something else. And that's a really good discipline. You may find it difficult to do that, but the main thing is monitor your physical state, your mental state, and when you're losing concentration or you find that fatigue is keeping you from maintaining your skill, then you're breaking the system down. And as Clark said, our job is to build up the machine, not tear it down. So keep that in mind when you're practicing, and I'll see you when you have some time to join me again. Have a great day.